You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page and YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. Long Island Ducks season ticket packages are on sale now. Enjoy the best savings and most benefits available to cheer on your hometown team. 10-game mini plans are also on sale and offer fans the same great seats for 10 games throughout the season, as well as many other exciting opportunities. To find out more information and secure your seats, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. The Bethpage Ballpark box office is now open for individual ticket sales, and box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fans can also purchase their tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX or by visiting liducks.com and clicking on the tickets icon. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, the exclusive Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the Dream Team. Group ticket packages are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, call 631-940-3825 or visit liducks.com. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle & Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking the merchandise icon. Store hours on game days are from noon to 4 p.m. and during the game from inside the ballpark only. On non-game days, the store is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club now. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. Quacker Jack, the 7-time Best Long Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825 to find out more information and to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page and YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. Long Island Ducks season ticket packages are on sale now. Enjoy the best savings and most benefits available to cheer on your hometown team. 10-game mini plans are also on sale and offer fans the same great seats for 10 games throughout the season, as well as many other exciting opportunities. To find out more information and secure your seats, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. The Bethpage Ballpark box office is now open for individual ticket sales, and box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fans can also purchase their tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX or by visiting liducks.com and clicking on the tickets icon. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, the exclusive Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the Dream Team. Group ticket packages are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, call 631-940-3825 or visit liducks.com. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle & Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking the merchandise icon. Store hours on game days are from noon to 4 p.m. and during the game from inside the ballpark only. On non-game days, the store is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club now. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. Quacker Jack, the 7-time Best Long Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825 to find out more information and to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily.
This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt, up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one quack away from the championship.
Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch. Adam Bailey makes the catch. And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions.
Swinging a ground ball, hit toward short, charging in his lines. He fields, throws to first. The comeback is complete. From 2-0 down in the series, the Long Island Ducks have won 3 in a row at home. And for the 5th time in franchise history, they will head to the Atlantic League Championship Series.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks pregame show.
And a pleasant good afternoon and welcome back into New Britain Stadium. Joe Vasile here with you on this Mother's Day holiday as we get set for Game 2 of our doubleheader between the Long Island Ducks and the New Britain Bees here this afternoon. Well, the Ducks took Game 1 of the doubleheader by a final score of 3-1. Rafael Perez got the win, going 5 innings, allowing just 1 run in 5-plus frames. He was picked up by his offense, who ended up coming away with just enough, including an RBI single from Mark Krause in the top of the 6th inning that drove home the winning run in the game. They tack on another run in that 6th inning when Dan Lyons was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded to go up 3-1. Then Zach Treese and David Aardsma were able to come in and close the game out of the bullpen. Aardsma earned his 4th save of the year. Now looking ahead towards game number 2, the Ducks set their sights on a right-handed pitcher, Brian Dupre of the New Britain Bees. Dupre will be making what is going to be his 5th start of the season. So far, he's 2-0 with a 2.17 earned run average. Dupre has faced the Ducks once already this season. That was back on April 29th at Bethpage Ballpark when the Ducks touched him up for 2 runs in 5 innings, but Dupre was able to come away with a victory in that game. His opponent on the mound will be Dennis O'Grady, making his 3rd start of the year for the Long Island Ducks. O'Grady 1-0 with a 2.5 earned run average. He's been in 5 games. Again, 2 of those were starts, 3 relief appearances. 18 innings pitched for O'Grady, 15-7 strikeout to walk ratio, very good there. And a 194 opponent's batting average against. That is, how do you say, excellence. So it'll be O'Grady against Dupre in game number 2 as the Ducks look to climb back a little bit closer to the 500 mark. The win in game 1 was their 10th of the season. They're now 10-13. The Ducks' opponents today, the New Britain Bees, are 7-15 after the loss, and a win in Game 2 for the Ducks would get them back home with a series split, which is certainly something that they were at least hoping for after losing the first 2 games of the series. We'll get you the starting lineups for both teams. We'll start first with the home New Britain Bees going up against Dennis O'Grady. Leading off and catching for the Bees will be James Skelton, who sat out the first game of the doubleheader. After him will be Michael Kraus, the center fielder, and Jovan Rosa, who plays Game 2 of the doubleheader as the designated hitter. And for Rosa, getting the start at DH will keep his consecutive games streak alive, which now is going to be at 186 games when he steps into the box for his first plate appearance. Craig Maddox is the first baseman. He will bat fourth for the Bees. He's been the DH in the first 3 games of the series. Connor Bierfeld plays left field and hits fifth after him. Jamar Walton is in right. He went 2 for 3 in Game 1 of the doubleheader. He will bat sixth. Steve Carrillo dropped down to the 7 hole. He's the shortstop in Game number 2. And Yusuke Kajimoto makes his New Britain debut. First game for the Japanese imports, who was just signed the other day by the New Britain Bees. And then Michael Baca will round out the lineup for the Bees. He plays third base. And again, we'll hit 9. Brian Dupre is on the mound. Meanwhile, for the Long Island Ducks, their lineup consists of Phelan Lentini leading off and playing right field, Delta Cleary Jr. in center, batting second, Angelo Sanko, the left fielder, bats third. Elmer Reyes will hit cleanup for the first time this season. He's back at second base after DHing the last 2 games, and Mark Krause will play first base and bat fifth. Cody Puckett gets the game off from the field. He will bat sixth and DH, while Giovanni Alfonso will man third base and bat seventh. Dominic Blanco catches and hits eighth, while Dan Lyons, all reliable, bats ninth and will play shortstop for the Ducks in Game number 2. Again, Dennis O'Grady on the mound. Brian Dupre will get the start for New Britain. We'll take a step aside and come back with first pitch right after this. You're listening to Long Island Ducks Baseball.
This is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Oh, I love it! The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Nicolot pavers. Pave your way.
And welcome you back to New Britain Stadium here in New Britain, Connecticut. Joe Vasile with you as we get set to start game number 2 of our Sunday doubleheader. A very happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there watching. Phelan Lentini digs in to start things off for the Ducks here in the top of the first. And the first pitch from Brian Dupre misses upstairs for a ball. The count 1-0 at 4:34 p.m. That's 4:34 p.m. first pitch. Pitch on the way is in for a called strike at the knees. And the count now even up at 1 ball and 1 strike to Phelan Lentini. Rotation of the umpires, John LeBone calling balls and strikes here in Game 2 as Lentini rips one out to second base. It's hit by Kajimoto and knocked down, and then he gets up and throws to first in time to get Lentini. Kajimoto on the fly had that one pop in and out of his glove, and then he was able to throw on to first just in time to get Phelan Lentini for the first outs. What a great play by Yusuke Kajimoto on the first chance that he gets as a member of the New Britain Bees. So that brings up Delta Cleary Jr. First pitch on the way. Fastball in the outside corner for a strike. Count 0-1. Calvin Baker, the first base umpire in today's game. Third base umpire is Ian Kelly. 0-1 in for a called strike. Count quickly 0-2 to Cleary. Cleary in Game 1 of the doubleheader went 0 for 3 but did reach on a walk. 0-2 pitch. Just did miss outside. The count now 1-2 to Delta. Been a little bit of a struggle for Cleary this season, hitting just .230 coming into the doubleheader today. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball hit out towards shortstop. Over to his right, it's Carrillo fielding, throwing low to first, and it is not in time to get Delta Cleary Jr. So an infield hit for Delta Cleary Jr. with 1 out in the top of the first inning, and that'll bring up Angelo Sanco. Ducks were in their orange jerseys in Game 1 of the Twin Bill, back to the road grays for Game 2, as you can see. Sanco now up at the plates. 1 for 4 in the opener of the Twin Bill. Runner on first, 1 out. As Brian Dupre goes into the set for the first time. Pitch. This ball misses upstairs. The count 1 ball and no strikes. Mentioned on the abbreviated pregame show, Brian Dupre, 2-0 on the season in 4 games, all starts. 2.17 earned run average, 20 2/3 innings, 15 hits, 11 strikeouts, 5 walks. Pitch to Sanco, hit on the ground out towards second base. Kajimoto fields, goes to short for 1, the relay to first, double play. 4-6-3 double play hit into by Angelo Sanco. And that will do it for the Ducks here in the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. No scores. We go to the bottom of the first. New Britain coming up. You're listening to Ducks Baseball.
Hey fans, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Going to the bottom of the first inning here at New Britain Stadium. Fans, every walk-by Ducks batter this season is presented by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island, and they offer the comprehensive quality care you need the moment you need it. City MD Urgent Care. Need a doctor? Just walk in. So Dennis O'Grady completes his warm-up tosses on the mound. We'll refresh your memory for the New Britain Bees starting lineup today. It'll be James Skelton, followed by Michael Kraus, Jovan Rosa, Craig Maddox, Connor Bierfeld, Jamar Walton, Steve Carrillo, Yusuke Kajimoto, and Michael Baca. Skelton, Kraus, Rosa, Maddox, Bierfeld, Walton, Carrillo, Kajimoto, Baca. So Skelton will dig in. He did not play in game number 1 of the doubleheader, as the catcher got the game off to rest his legs so he doesn't have to catch a full 14 innings. Dominic Blanco behind the plate for the Ducks in this game after Alex Berg caught game 1 for the same reason. And so Skelton will dig in, having himself a nice series. Got his average up to 241, 436 on base percentage though. Just incredibly efficient at getting on base. First pitch from O'Grady. This is low in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Very patient batter. 18 walks this season for Skelton. O'Grady comes set quickly at the belt, the pitch. That one's in there for a called strike. The count now 1-1. Again, home plate umpire John Labone, Ian Kelly at third, Calvin Baker at first. Dennis O'Grady on the mound for the Ducks, making his 3rd start and 6th overall appearance of the season. Drops the hands to the belt, the 1-1. That one just misses low and outside. It's now 2 balls and a strike. In his last start, Dennis O'Grady also recorded the first quality start of the season, 3 runs in 6 innings against York, back on the 9th of May. 2-1 pitch is ripped out in the right field. That'll get down for a base hit for Skelton. And the Bees lead things off with a single here in the first inning. So each team with a hit in the first. And that'll bring up Michael Kraus. Start before that, O'Grady, in the process of getting stretched out, went 5 innings on the road against York and got the win. That's his 1 win against no losses this season. 2 runs on 5 hits. He struck out 5 in that outing. It's the first pitch on the way to Michael Kraus. Fastball misses well upstairs. The count 1 ball and no strikes. Get you the defensive alignment for the Long Island Ducks on the outfield. Angelo Sunko starts the game in left field. Delta Cleary Jr. is in center. And Phelant Lentini mans right field. O'Grady comes set, the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a foul ball back to the backstop. Count even up at 1-1. On the infield, Giovanni Alfonso is at third base. Dan Lyons is at shortstop. Elmer Reyes is at second. And Mark Kraus is the first baseman. As we've already mentioned, Dennis O'Grady's battery mate today behind the dish is Dominic Blanco. Kraus was 0 for 3 in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Had a big game, though, with a pair of hits, including a 2-run triple Friday night. 1-1 pitch on the outside corner. Good breaking ball in for a strike. Count 1-2. No scores. We play here in the bottom of the first inning. Runner on first, nobody out. Dennis O'Grady on the mound. Floral Park native kicks and deals. The pitch misses low, and it's now 2-2. O'Grady began his professional career 5 seasons in the San Diego Padres organization after he played baseball at Duke University down in Durham, North Carolina. As the pitch swung on and fouled back into the sweep just off to our right. Behind home plate. We'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Kraus. And I tell you, Duke, you think of them as a basketball school. The men's program, of course, excellent. The women's program was, well, in the top 15 in the country for the entire year this year. As the 2-2 is lifted in the air to shallow center field, going back is Dan Lyons. He's got it lined up, and he'll make the catch. That'll be out number 1 here in the bottom of the first for Dennis O'Grady. That'll bring up Jovan Rosa. But Duke in recent years has had some good success on the gridiron. Football, David Cutcliffe, their head coach, led them to a couple of bowl games. But also for baseball, Duke has been a pretty solid team here for the last few years. They won an ACC championship last year, and their head coach down there, Chris Pollard, does an excellent job with the Blue Devils and has really built that program into a force to be reckoned with in the ACC. First pitch on the way to O'Grady, misses low. The count 1 ball and no strikes. Sent a lot of guys on to the major leagues, including Nate Fryman, who was with the Ducks a little bit earlier this season, before he got picked up by the Mexican League. 1-0 misses inside. Count 2 balls and no strikes to Rosa. They're just Blue Devils scattered all around minor league baseball. And again, it's not a school that you necessarily think of as, your traditional baseball powerhouses. When you think of that, your TCUs, your Texases, that's who you think of. 2-0 lifted in the air to center field. There's Cleary Jr. to make the catch. That's out number 2. That's one of the interesting things about college baseball, and really baseball in general, is you've got your big programs, but you have so many guys that don't come from those programs, and that some of the guys come out of tiny programs even. Small D2s, D3s. Get some good ball players coming out of there. There's Craig Maddox with 2 outs and a man on first. First pitch misses outside for a ball. It's 1-0 to Maddox. And it really seems like baseball is that sport more than any other that especially when it comes to the professional ranks, it doesn't really matter where you went to school. If you got the talent, some scout's going to find you. As the 1-0 is fouled off by Maddox, it's now 1-1. Every year you see guys at junior colleges, Division III schools getting drafted, and not just drafted, but high draft picks. You get big-time prospects coming out of very tiny schools. Here's the 1-1 to O'Grady. Swinging a ground ball, hit out towards shortstop, scooped there by Lyons. He goes the short way to Elmer Reyes at second, and that will do it for the Bees here in the first. Fielder's choice, 6-4, ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left on. We go to the second. Still no score between the Ducks and the Bees. You're listening to Long Island Ducks Baseball on the Ducks Baseball Network.
Hey fans, this is shortstop Dan Lyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the Magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit pseglyny.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickalock Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Hey Ducks fans, have you downloaded the official Long Island Ducks mobile app yet? It's powered by Clear Vision Apps, and you can buy tickets and stay up to date on Long Island's hometown team right on your mobile device. Download the app today for free by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. Elmer Reyes will lead things off for the Ducks here in the top of the second inning. He'll be followed by Mark Krause and Cody Puckett, 4, 5, and 6 in the Duck lineup. In Game 2 of this doubleheader, Ducks looking to sweep a doubleheader here against the Bees. First pitch on the way is on the outside corner for a called strike to Reyes. Count 0-1. Brian Dupre on the mound for New Britain. You're in game number 2. We told you that Dennis O'Grady out of the ACC played with Duke. Brian Dupre out of the ACC as well. As the 0-1 pitch misses low and outside. Count even up at 1-1. Played 3 seasons at Notre Dame. Or he ended up getting drafted by the Washington Nationals. The pitch is hit in the air to center field, falling fast but cutting across. Michael Krause will make the catch. It's 4 up and 4 set aside for the former Fighting Irishman, Brian Dupre. That's only a tiny lie. I mean, Delta Cleary Jr. did have a hit back in the first, but then he was erased on a 4-6-3 double play, which ended the inning. Regardless, Mark Krause will come up to the plate. He was 1 for 3 in Game 1 of the doubleheader. No score between the Ducks and the Bees as we play in the top of the second. First pitch is ripped down the right field line. That's going to be a base hit Rolling towards the corner. Kraus turns first. He's headed for two as Jamar Walton over into the corner to dig it out. And Mark Kraus is going to get into second base standing with a one-out double here in the second. Second double of the season for Kraus and just his fourth extra base hit. As he turned on that one and ripped it right down the right field line for extra bases. Now the Ducks with a couple of tracks to get him in as Cody Puckett comes up to the plate. Puckett was 0 for 3 in game one of the doubleheader, but he did reach on a fielder's choice, so he did get on base once. First pitch on the way, misses upstairs. The count 1 ball and no strikes. Doesn't count as reaching base safely because there was an out recorded on the play, but it was still on base. Kraus with a healthy leadoff second base, not being paid much attention to. The 1-0. Swing a foul ball by Puckett. Back over everyone's head and on top of the suite level. Count 1-1. But yeah, we were talking a little bit about, some of the college baseball. And again, you get these really great players that come out of not so great schools. At least traditionally in terms of the baseball powerhouses. As the 1-1 misses upstairs. Count now 2-1. I mean, one of the best college baseball players I ever saw at any level was a guy by the name of Michael Bozarth, who went to St. Louis University. Not a traditional baseball power. His Puckett drives one deep towards left field, sending Bierfeld back. He'll make the catch while backpedaling and fire one back into the diamond as Mark Kraus does not have a chance to advance. Cody Puckett gave that one a ride and ends up having to come back empty. Just hit it out to the wrong part of the ballpark. That cavernous, just absolutely mammoth gaps that are here at this ballpark. It's 330 down either foul line, and it's 400 feet to dead center field. But it's just a 20-foot high wall all the way around, and it just goes straight out and then flattens out. First pitch on the way to Giovanni Alfonso is in for a called strike. Count 0-1. It shoots out to about 385 in the gaps and then cuts across to center field, where it kind of comes out to almost a point in center. Alfonso checks his swing and it hits his bat for a foul ball. Count 0-2. Kraus on second. He doubled with one out in the second. Kraus, stolen 2 bases this year. Be surprised to see him go. So the pitch is swung on and fouled off by Alfonso. That'll get into the bleacher seats. A ricochet off one, and Cat'll stay at 0-2. No score here in the top of the second inning. Brian Dupre looking into James Skelton for his signs. Now set the pitch. Fastball missed just upstairs. Count 1-2. And kind of case in point with, smaller schools producing some good players. Giovanni Alfonso started off at Florida State, big power, but then transferred to the University of Tampa, Division II school. So the 1-2 misses upstairs. It's now 2-2. Now I should say, for those who don't know, the University of Tampa is a Division II powerhouse. I mean, it's a team that won a national championship not too long ago. They regularly have players drafted, but again, it's a D2 school that regularly produces high-quality baseball players. 2-2 misses low. Count now 3-2. When you look at a school like, Dallas Baptist, it's traditionally a top 25 team. Who's ever heard of Dallas Baptist University? Well, unless you're a baseball person, you probably haven't. Notable alumni of there was former Duck Lou Ford. 2-2 pitch, fouled back to the screen. We'll do it again at 3-2. Pardon me, it was at 3-2. Kraus off and running. It's just one of those great things about baseball. You don't get that in basketball. You don't get that in football. Sure, every once in a while you'll have a small school guy drafted in the NFL draft or the NBA draft even, but it just almost never happens. 3-2, foul back to the screen again by Alfonso. He's putting together a nice at-bat, seeing 8 pitches. And it's a thing of note when it happens. Hey, did you hear that guy from that D3 school got drafted in the 4th round? Not so much with baseball because it just so regularly happens. Here's the 3-2. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Dupre tried to field it with his bare hand, then thought better of it. Instead, fielded by the shortstop. Now coming home, here's Kraus, and he is going to be a dead duck out at the plate. He just never stopped running, and he is going to be out at home 6-3-2 for the 3rd out in the inning, and you give an infield single to Giovanni Alfonso on the play. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left on base for the Ducks here in the 2nd. No scores. We go to the bottom half. You're listening to the Ducks Baseball Network.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Delta Cleary Jr., and you're listening to the Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
We go to the bottom of the 2nd inning here at New Britain Stadium. The score 0-0 between the Ducks and the Bees. There's no better time than now to sign up the young Ducks fan in your life for the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Ducks Kids Club. Children 14 and under will receive exciting gifts, discounts on merchandise, and unique experiences that only come with being a member. Sign up today by visiting liducks.com or by calling 631-940-3825. Connor Bierfeld will lead things off for the New Britain Bees in the bottom of the 2nd inning against Dennis O'Grady. It'll be Bierfeld, Jamar Walton, and Steve Carrillo. That's 5, 6, and 7 in the New Britain lineup. Grady rocks and fires. The first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Count 0-1. Bierfeld 1 for 3 in Game 1 of the doubleheader. O'Grady comes set. And now the 0-1. Breaking ball misses low and outside. The count 1 ball and 1 strikes to Bierfeld. Mother's Day crowd on hand here, trying to lead the Bees forward in this game. Get off the scoreless schneid here in the 2nd, perhaps, as the 1-1 is in for a strike. Count now 1-2. Game 2 of the doubleheader that was not originally supposed to be. And after that last pitch, Kevin Baez and Dottie Pitchford are going to go out to the mound with Dominic Blanco to chat with Dennis O'Grady. He's kind of looking at something on his right hand, perhaps, and Grady's just going to wave him off and say it's fine. But boy, Baez and Pitchford just popped right out of the dugout. Go have a look at O'Grady. They're not going to charge a timeout there. One of the pace of play rules in the Atlantic League, I know we've alluded to it several times throughout the season in terms of the called timeouts. You're only allowed 3 timeouts per game. That's trips to the mound by the catcher or by a coach for anything other than a pitching change, as Bierfeld fouls off the 1-2 pitch. Or to change up the signs. So with a runner on second, the catcher a lot of times will go out to the mound and just change up signs so that way they can't get a good read on it. That doesn't count. Injuries don't count. But say if Billy Horn went out to go talk strategy or anything like that, that would. As Bierfeldt swings and misses at the 1-2. That's out number 1 here in the seconds. And I kind of like that initiative that the Atlantic League put in a couple of years ago. And it kind of forces you, though, as a manager to have to, or a coach, to have to really think about, is it important for me to go out right now because you only have a certain number of trips? First pitch on the way to Walton is fouled off on the left side. Count 0-1. And what that ends up leading to is you're a little bit more judicious with it. And you're not necessarily unnecessarily going out to the mound. You let your pitcher work through his issues as Walton lines a base hit in the left field. He's been going pretty good here in this doubleheader. 2 for 3 in game 1, and now 1 for 1 here in the nightcap. I'll bring up Steve Carrillo with 1 out and a man on first. The lights were on when we started play here today at New Britain Stadium. They have since been turned off. So it was kind of overcast at the start of game number 1. Now it's just a little bit more partly cloudy up in the skies. It's just big old balls of cotton overhead. First pitch on the way, swung on and missed by Carrillo. The count 0-1. Beautiful, brilliant sunshine cloaking the field today. And after it just rained yesterday and it's been dark and windy the last few days and the weather on Long Island hasn't been great, the sun is just a sight for sore eyes. 0-1 misses low. It's now 1-1 to Carrillo. Walton with his leadoff first base. This season he hasn't been much of a threat to run. In fact, he has not attempted a stolen base at all. But O'Grady will pick over, and back in standing is Walton. On deck, the second baseman Yusuke Kajimoto, making his New Britain Bees debut today. O'Grady comes set at the belt. Now the pitch. Misses upstairs. It's now 2-1. No score. Bottom of the second inning. 1 out and a man on first. O'Grady deals. Swinging a foul ball by Carrillo off on the first base side. Do it again at 2-2. Of course, today is Mother's Day. We were talking in game 1 of the doubleheader. Helen Callahan and Casey Candelli, the only mother-son combination in professional baseball history. Callahan, an outstanding player in the All-American Professional Girls Baseball League. The inspiration for a league of their own, the 1992 film starring Tom Hanks and Gina Davis. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed by Carrillo. That's strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning for Dennis O'Grady, and there's 2 gone. Yusuke Kajimoto. Candelli played the major leagues from 1986 to 1997 with Montreal, Houston, and Cleveland. But for the last 2 years has been the first base coach for the Seattle Mariners, still in baseball. So that'll bring up Yusuke Kajimoto. First pitch on the way. Swinging a ground ball hit out towards second base. He wastes no time as Reyes is there to scoop it up and throw on to first in time to retire Kajimoto and retire the side here in the inning. No runs for the New Britain Bees on 1 hit. No errors and a man left on base. We go to the third. No score. You're listening to Long Island Ducks Baseball.
Hey fans, this is infielder Cody Puckett, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Go to the top of the third here at New Britain Stadium in New Britain, Connecticut. No score between the Bees and the Ducks. Dominic Blanco will lead things off for Long Island up against Brian Dupre. Here in third, it'll be Blanco, Dan Lyons, Phelan Lentini, 8-9-1 in the Long Island lineup. New York Sports Day is one of the largest independent New York sports news sources out there for coverage of the Ducks, Mets, Yankees, major and minor league baseball, and so much more. The first pitch to Blanco misses low and inside to count 1 ball and no strikes. That more maybe includes football, basketball, hockey, and soccer. Visit nysportsday.com. New York Sports Day, your independent Gotham sports news source. 1-0 misses high and outside. It's now 2-0 to Blanco. Blanco playing for the first time in a week. Swings and hits one off the end of the bat to center field. Kraus slicing over towards the left center field gap. Sticks the glove up and makes the catch on the run for out number 1 here in the inning. That'll bring up Dan Lyons. So Dan Lyons now up at the dish. He is working on a streak of 5 straight plate appearances, having reached base. He walked in his final 2 plate appearances in the game on Friday night. He singled, walked, and was hit by a pitch in his 3 plate appearances in Game 1. Now he takes the first pitch called strike, the count 0-1. To Dan Lyons, in game number 2 up against Brian Dupre. Trying to put an end to that streak here. First pitch. That's in for a called strike, count 0-2. We'll get you the defensive alignment here for New Britain in just a moment, right after the 0-2 pitch to Lyons. It's on its way, and it's swinging a ground ball hit up the middle. Over to his left, Carrillo makes the play, spin move to first, and he throws it away. And then the ball goes into the camera well at the end of the New Britain dugout, and Lyons is going to head on down to second. So that'll be an infield single for Dan Lyons, and then an E4, or rather an E6, on Steve Carrillo for the bad throw. So they say Lyons would have beaten it out. So that keeps the reach base safely streak alive now to 6 straight plate appearances for Lyons. That'll bring up Phelan Lentini with a runner in scoring position and 1 out. Bray into the stretch, the first pitch. This is low, the count 1 ball and no strikes. With the defensive alignment for New Britain, in left field, Connor Bierfeldt. The center fielder is Michael Kraus. Jamar Walton is in right field. Michael Baca plays third. Steve Carrillo plays short. Yusuke Kajimoto plays second, and Craig Maddox is at first. Lentini pops this one up on the left side of the infield. It's Baca taking charge, and he will make the catch for out number 2 here in the inning. That'll bring up Delta Cleary Jr. James Skelton does the catching to round out the defensive alignments for the New Britain Bees. No score, top of the third, runner on second, 2 outs. Cleary had a base hit his first time up. The first pitch on the way misses upstairs, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. Beat out an infield single did Cleary. after going 0 for 3 in the first game of the doubleheader, though he did draw a walk and reach base. The 1-0 pitch. That one misses outside. Count 2 balls and no strikes. In fact, 8 of the 9 Ducks batters who played reached base in game number 1 of the doubleheader. The only one who didn't, Phelan Lentini, had an RBI with a ground out, so he was still productive. Pitch misses low, and starting and stopping towards third was Dan Lyons as the ball was down in the dirt. Count now 3-0. Looked like it crossed up Skelton a little bit. But that's always good for the Ducks, who have been struggling offensively here over the past several games, really over the last week for the most part, to try and get something going and really just get one of those games where everyone 1 through 9 is contributing, and even if you have to stretch it out over both games today. First pitch, 3-0 to Cleary is in for a strike. It's now 3-1. And that was kind of what game 1 was. Everyone contributed in some fashion to that win. 3-1 pitch. In for a called strike. The count now 3-2. And, you know, that's the old cliche of, well, it was a good team win, but that's exactly what the Ducks needed in game 1 to try and get some, at least, confidence going. The breaks are going to start to come our way at some point. Cleary hits one off the fists and right at Michael Baca, who picks it out of the air for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the third. We're still scoreless between the Long Island Ducks and the New Britain Bees. You're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks Baseball Network.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Phelan Lentini, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Nicolot Pavers. Pave your way.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Go to the bottom of the third at New Britain Stadium. No score between the Long Island Ducks and the New Britain Bees. Ducks fans, the final out of the top of the third inning was the 15th out of today's ball game. Did you know that a 15-minute phone call to Geico could save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. That's 1-800-947-AUTO. Or visit geico.com. Leading things off for New Britain in the bottom of the third inning will be the third baseman Michael Baca. He'll be followed by James Skelton and Michael Kraus, 9-1-2 in the Bees lineup. Going up against Dennis O'Grady, who's been able to strand a pair of runners on base in the first 2 innings. The first pitch on the way to Michael Baca, brandishing a pink bat, misses low and outside. Count 1 ball and no strikes. We've seen Jovan Rosa and Craig Maddox also swinging pink bats today on Mother's Day. It's the 0-1 pitch. It's on the outside corner. Count now even up at a ball and a strike. Always nice to see players getting in on the action that way. We saw Rafael Perez with some pink accented spikes. Starting pitcher for the Ducks in game 1. 1-1 pitch in for a called strike. Now 1-2 to Baca. And again, I'd like to say a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there listening today. Especially Nancy Vasile, my mother, who at least was listening earlier. I don't know if she still is. I'm sure she's just enjoying her Mother's Day now as the 1-2 to Baca's fouled off. Keep it at 1-2. Also my grandma. We call her Cookie and Martha. Happy Mother's Day to all of you, and been such a big part in my life and in most people's lives their mothers are. 1-2 fouled off by Baca. For me, it was my mom who got me involved in sports at a young age. She was always the big sports fan in the family. She played softball at Penn State in the late 70s, early 80s when she was out there, and it was her who took me to my first baseball game in 2000, going to old Shea Stadium and watching the Mets take on the Cincinnati Reds. 1-2 pitch to Michael Baca is swung on and missed. That's strike 3. Dennis O'Grady registers his third strikeout of the night. I'll flip the lineup card over and bring up James Skelton with one out here in the third. And my mom also coached both me and my sister all throughout our youth sports, and Little League and rec sports, and soccer, which I later found out she had no business coaching. She didn't know about soccer, but she coached it because she loved it. She loved sports, she loved us, and she wanted to be involved. The first pitch to Skelton misses outside. It's 1-0. She also coached basketball, which we knew at the time she didn't know much about. The pitch misses outside. The count 2 balls and no strikes. And though baseball was the sport that she coached, and she definitely knew the best, and she always knew how to manage the team well. We were always pretty darn good. 2-0 misses outside, now 3-0. And a lot of people have that thing where, the coach's son is the favorite or whatever. But I always tried very hard to not play favorites. So the 3-0 pitch is in for a strike. It's now 3-1. I mean, I made that pretty easy by not being any good. So it's not like it was a hard decision, but when you're the coach's son and you're batting 11th, you get the message. 3-1 pitch misses for ball 4. James Skelton draws a 1-out walk and will head on down to first. And she did a great job not ever giving me any kind of... If anything, she was harder on me than anybody else. But I remember there was one time we're in a playoff game in Little League. And the only time I ever remember, after me striking out, and there were many of those times, that my mom ever kind of came to my defense when I said that a pitch wasn't a strike that I had struck out on. It's the first pitch to Michael Krause. Swung on and missed. The count is 0-1. We're in this playoff game, and there was a pitch that bounced in the left-handed batter's box, and the umpire was not very good and called it a strike for some reason. As the 0-1 pitch misses outside, the count 1-1. So after the next pitch, I swing and miss, as I was wont to do, as now Dominic Blanco will go out and talk to Dennis O'Grady. But I swung on a miss, and I start walking back to the dugout. And my mom, who was sitting just on a bucket of balls keeping score, just looks up at me and says, "What are you doing?" That was only strike 2. And I said, "No, that second one was a strike." And she just looks at me and then looks at the umpire. As the pitch to Krause is lined into center field, that'll get down for a base hit. Skelton will stop at second base as Cleary goes over into the gap and sends it back to the infield. Runners on first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. So she looks at me and then she looks at the umpire and goes, "That pitch was a strike?" Just with the most bewildered look on her face. And we ended up going on to lose that game. I probably would have struck out that at bat anyway. It's not because of that. But that was the one time that I really remember that wasn't like, well, if you don't want to strike out, swing the bat more. Make contact. You got to practice more. It was, really? Are you kidding me? That was a strike? First pitch on the way to Jovan Rosa misses low for a ball. It's 1-0. But yeah, for whatever reason, that one just always stuck out in my mind. O'Grady comes set at the belt with runners on first and second and 1 out. The pitch. This is inside. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. Yeah, she was around for all that right up through, well, really, till about sophomore year in high school when my playing career came to an end. probably by mutual decision of me and the coaches. And yeah, those were some of the best times. 2-0 pitch is spoiled foul over on the first base side. That'll get up and out of play. Count 2-1. One of the summers I always remember was, I forget how old I was, but in Paramus, where I grew up, right across the George Washington Bridge in Bergen County, New Jersey, there was we had enough kids who wanted to play travel baseball to field an A team and a B team. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Misses low and outside. The count now 3-1. And everyone has always said if you were on the A team, it was all politics, and the B team was actually really good. But one year, enough people wanted to go out for travel baseball that they could field a C team, which they just called the other B team. They just wanted us to feel good, I think. It's the 3-1 pitch, misses low for ball 4 to Rosa. And the base is now loaded here for the Bees in the bottom of the third inning with no score. And that'll bring up Craig Maddox, the cleanup hitter. But yeah, that summer just traveling around and playing baseball, even though we were awful and lost most of our games in just crushing fashion, a lot of them too. Like, we would get mercy ruled. We were no good. We had no business being a team. But it was for the kids to go out and play baseball, and it was a lot of fun. And my mom was one of the coaches of that. She also coached my sister's softball team. I don't know how she did it, coaching 5 games a week for that summer. As Maddox swings and pops the first pitch up in a shallow left field. Angelo Sonko in towards the line now in foul territory. He makes the catch on the run on the warning track and then fires one in, and that'll keep James Skelton at third base. Great job by Sonko going over and making that catch and then firing it in to keep Skelton at third. Not allow him to tag up on the catch, and now Dennis O'Grady is 1 out away from escaping this bases-loaded jam and keeping us tied at 0. Skelton at third, Michael Kraus at second, Jovan Rosa at first base. O'Grady's set. Here's the first pitch. Comes in at the knees for a called strike. The count 0-1. Cutter Bierfeld 0 for 1 in the game today. Struck out swinging against O'Grady his first time up. It was 1 for 3 in game 1 of the doubleheader. Comes set at the belt. And now O'Grady will step off. But yeah, now that all the Little League stuff is done and she doesn't coach anymore, and she's taken to beating me pretty badly at golf. Just the 0-1 pitch misses high and outside. The count 1-1. I can outdrive her. I don't have a problem with that. But my problem is I'll outdrive her and be 20 yards in the woods, and she'll be about 50 yards short of me. That's an exaggeration. She keeps up. It's the 1-1 pitch in at the knees. It's now 1-2, but she'll be right in the middle of the fairway. And then she also has this thing called a short game and can putt, which I've been told exists, but I've never been able to figure it out. So she's always way better than I am. 1-2 pitch. Bierfeld chops it on the ground at third. Nice backhanded stop by Alfonso. The throw to first. Got him! What a play by Giovanni Alfonso to end the inning with an exclamation point as Dennis O'Grady strands the bases loaded in the third and works out of a jam. We're still scoreless heading to the top of the fourth. You're listening to Long Island Ducks Baseball.
Hey fans, this is infielder Elmer Reyes, and you're listening to Duck Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
We go to the top of the fourth inning. No score between the Long Island Ducks and the New Britain Bees here at New Britain Stadium. Joe Vasile here with you this afternoon. Game 2 of a doubleheader. Ducks took Game 1 by a score of 3-1. And that Game 2 was scoreless going into the fourth inning. In fact, it stayed scoreless into the fifth. And we got another pitcher's duel brewing with us here in Game number 2. Time for tonight's fourth inning trivia, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks and baseball as a whole. We'll get that for you here after Brian Dupre's first pitch to Angelo Sonko. So lines and fires. First pitch on its way. It misses low and in for a ball. It's 1-0. We did a Mother's Day themed trivia question in game number 1. This more of a Long Island Ducks themed trivia question. It ties in a little bit of this day in baseball history. Sonko swings and fouls the 1-0 pitch off. Count now even up at 1-1 strike. On this day in 2012, Bryce Harper became the youngest player in Montreal Expos and Washington Nationals franchise history to hit a home run when he went deep at 19 years and 211 days old. So the 1-1 is high and outside. The count 2-1 to Sonko, who previously held that mark to be the youngest player in Expos/Nationals history to hit a home run. 2-1 pitch in for a strike. Now 2-2 to Sonko. I mean, the hint there is that this person has a Long Island Ducks connection. 2-2 pitch. Misses low and outside. Count now full. 3-2 to Sonko. For Brian Dupre, just the third 3-ball count that he's worked today. Pitch swung on and lifted foul on the left field line. That'll get out of play and into the stands. We'll do it again at 3-2. So I'll let you stew about that trivia question for a little bit. And we'll give you the answer in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the 3-2 to Sonko. Swinging a foul ball straight back directly over our heads here in the press box. Lands on the backside of the roof and slides off into the parking lot. We'll do it again at 3-2 strikes. Announced attendance here in New Britain today, 2,459. 2-4-5-9. 3-2 pitch. Swinging a line drive, hit in the center field. That's going to get down for a base hit for Angelo Sonko. And the Ducks have the leadoff man aboard here in the fourth. First time the Ducks have had the leadoff man on against Brian Dupre. That'll bring up Elmer Reyes. Sonko now with a pair of hits on the doubleheader today. 2 for 6 overall. So Reyes strides up to the plate. Flat to center field in his first trip, 0 for 1. It's 1 for 3 in game 1. Open stance for Reyes. First pitch on the way on the outside corner for a called strike. Count 0-1. Sonko not a big threat to run on first, but being held on by Craig Maddox. We're seeing in the field for the first time this series after he DH'd in the first 3 games. Reyes tags one in the air pretty well towards right center, giving chases Krause. He leaps and makes the catch and turns around and fires it back in to get Sonko scampering back to first. What a catch by Michael Krause. On the run, leaping out into the gap and pulling it down. So that'll bring up Mark Krause. 1 out and a man on first. Krause doubled down the right field line his first trip back in the second inning. Then was thrown out at the plate trying to score on an infield single from Giovanni Alfonso. First pitch on the way to Krause. Misses low and inside for a ball. The count 1-0. And that was the best scoring opportunity the Ducks have had in this game. It was the only time they pushed a runner past third base. Rather, past second to third. 1-0, misses high and outside. Count now 2 balls and no strikes. Sonko is lead off first. And being held on by Maddox. It's not your prototypical first baseman. It's only 5'11". Pitch hit in the air to center field and shallow, going back to shortstop Carrillo, and he's going to make the basket catch on the run over the shoulder for out number 2. Couple of A-plus defensive plays here for the Bees have resulted in 2 outs here in the inning. I'll bring up Cody Puckett. Sonko still on first after his leadoff single. Brian Dupre really settling in here. As Dennis O'Grady has had to labor a little bit, Dupre has done the opposite as the game has gone on. Seems like he's gotten more comfortable as O'Grady has gotten less. But the results have been the same, nothing but duck eggs through the first 3. Puckett swings and misses. First pitch off speed offering. The count 0-1. This will be pitch number 55 of the evening for Dupre. Misses low and inside. The count now even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. No runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Ducks. No runs, 3 hits and an error for New Britain. Dupre breaking ball on the outside corner for a called strike. It's now 1-2.
Cody, you are making that up. That is an awesome lie, Cody.
Here's the pitch. Swinging a drive deep towards left center field. Back goes Bierfeld to the warning track at the wall. He makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Second time today that Puckett has given the ball a ride out towards left field, but both times it's been tracked down by Connor Bierfeld, at this time to end the 4th. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left on for the Ducks. We go to the bottom half of the innings. No score between the Ducks and the Bees. You're listening to Long Island Ducks baseball.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Nolan Reimold, and you're listening to Ducks baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks-branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark.
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. No score between the Ducks and the Bees. Game 2 of a doubleheader. Dennis O'Grady back out to the mounds. Face Jamar Walton, Steve Carrillo, and Yusuke Kajimoto for the New Britain Bees. That's 6, 7, and 8 in their lineup. Walton 1 for 1 with a single today. Game number 2 went 2 for 3 in game 1. I've just been all over the place in this doubleheader and in this series. He had a triple and a run batted in on Friday night. Brady comes set, the first pitch on the way. Breaking ball in for a called strike. The count 0-1 to Walton. Rafael Perez went 5 innings in game number 1. It's the 0-1 misses low and inside. Now even up at a ball and a strike to Walton. Zach Treese came in and relieved him after 2 batters in the 6th inning where Perez did not record an out. And David Ardsma came in and got the save. As the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed by Walton, now 1-2. Walton's back foot was flying up off the dirt as he swung off balance on that last pitch. O'Grady, long look in at home. Now comes set the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Walton goes down on strikes. 4 strikeouts for Dennis O'Grady through 3 1/3 innings. 1 gone here in the 4th. They'll bring up Steve Carrillo. Carrillo out of Los Angeles, California. He's 0 for 1 here in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Struck out swinging his first time up. In fact, all of O'Grady's strikeouts today have been swinging strikeouts. Had the good swing and miss stuff going. Comes set the first pitch. On the outside corner with a fastball for a strike. The count 0-1. Carrillo's got a pink sleeve on his right arm. It's one of those compression sleeves that you just pull right up. 0-1 pitch misses low and outside. The count 1-1. Guys here in the Atlantic League not fully decked out in pink as you might see throughout Major League Baseball. O'Grady comes set, now the 1-1. Out misses low, the count 2 balls and a strike. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, it's time to get you the answer to tonight's 4th inning trivia where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks and baseball as a whole. Refresh your memory on the question. This day in 2012, Bryce Harper became the youngest national. As the 2-1 is fouled off, it's now 2-2 to Steve Carrillo. Became the youngest national/expo to hit a home run at 19 years and 211 days old. Who held that record, or that mark, as being the youngest player in franchise history before Harper? And the hint was, this person has a connection with the Long Island Ducks. 2-2, swing and a miss, and Carrillo goes down on strikes. So Grady challenged him with a fastball down in the strike zone, and he just couldn't connect. It's 2 outs here in the 4th. So now that you've had some time to stew about that question, let's get you the answer. And it is, of course, the one and only Gary Carter. Gary Carter, of course, the manager here in Long Island in 2009. Carter had previously held that record when he was 20 years and 173 days old when he went deep as a Montreal Expo. First pitch on the way to Yusuke Kajimoto's called strike, count 0-1. Kajimoto grounded out to second base in his first plate appearance with the New Britain Bees. That was back in the 2nd inning. Pitch. Checked his swing. On appeal, they say he went around. Count 0-2. An interesting footnote to that Harper situation. Of course, Carter hit the home run as a Montreal Expo. That was before the team moved to Washington. The youngest player in Washington baseball history to hit a home run is not Harper. It's back with the old Washington Senators as Kajimoto fouls the 0-2 pitch off. We'll do it again at 0-2 as it went to the backstop. It's Harmon Killebrew, who in 1955, with the first incarnation of the Washington Senators, hit a home run at the age of 19 years and 188 days old. Killebrew, of course, went with the team when they moved from Washington, D.C. up to Minneapolis, Minnesota. It was the inspiration for the Major League logo as the 0-2 pitch is fouled off by Kajimoto. We'll do it again at 0-2. And although that's not ever anything that's expressly admitted, it's a well-known fact that that's the case. I mean, the story goes that Commissioner Bowie Kuhn was looking for a logo for baseball, and he had a graphic designer there, and there were pictures of Killebrew in his stance, and he said, "This is what I want." And they've never come out and said, like the NBA does with Jerry West, that he's the logo. but Harmon Killebrew is the logo, and Yusuke Kajimoto is out as he swings and misses at strike number 3. We'll go to the top of the 5th, still scoreless. You're listening to Long Island Ducks Baseball on the Ducks Baseball Network.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Matt Larkins, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy-efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Dennis O'Grady struck out the side in order in the bottom of the 4th inning, meaning that the Ducks just had their first PSE&G Long Island energy efficient inning of the game. With energy efficiency programs from PSE&G Long Island, saving on your electric bill is also as easy as 1, 2, 3. Visit pseglyny.com/save money today. One more way, PSEG Long Island is making things work for you. Leading off for the Ducks here in the top of the 5th inning, it'll be Giovanni Alfonso against Brian Dupre. The first pitch on the way is in for a called strike. Count 0-1 to Alfonso. It'll be Alfonso, then Dominic Blanco, and Dan Lyons. 7, 8, 9 in the lineup. Big slow curveball misses in, and the count now even up at 1-1 to Alfonso. An infield single his first trip up back in the 2nd inning. Keep his hitting streak going. Now 8 straight starts and 8 of his last 9 games overall. He's got a hit. 1-1 in for a strike, 1-2. As Dupre winds and fires, not wasting much time. Swing a foul ball back to the backstop. We'll do it again at a ball and 2 strikes. Long Island Ducks again after an off day tomorrow return home to Bethpage Ballpark Tuesday, May 16th, 6:35 p.m. start. Taking on the York Revolution on Bark in the Park night. Always a favorite promotion as the 1-2 pitch to Alfonso is fouled off. Count 1-2. If you don't like Bark in the Park night at the ball game, I question you. Because how can you not love that? It's dogs, it's baseball. All you're missing is apple pie, and it doesn't get any more American than that. 1-2 to Alfonso, swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is just the first strikeout of the game for Brian Dupre. And it's the first out here in the top of the 5th. Still no score between the Bees and the Long Island Ducks. You can get your pooch passes so you can get your pooch into the park by going to liducksgroups.com, liducksgroups.com, all one word. And you enter the password pooch. It's the first pitch to Dominic Blanco, misses outside, the count 1-0. It's also going to be a 2 for Tuesday. In case you don't have a 4-legged friend to bring to the ballpark, bring a 2-legged one by using the promo code BOGO at checkout at liducks.com. As Blanco grounds to first, Maddox fields and flips on to Dupre for out number 2. Although for tickets to that game or any of the 6 games on the Ducks' upcoming homestand, which begins on Tuesday with a 3-game series against the York Revolution, you can go to liducks.com, order your tickets that way. You can call 631-940-TIXX. You can walk up to the Box office at Bethpage Ballpark during business hours as Lions swings and misses at the first pitch, count 0-1. Or you can use the Ducks mobile app to buy tickets. I think that's pretty cool. You can get tickets right there on your app. Then you come out to the ballpark, and there you go. 0-1 pitch. Swinging ground ball hit to third base. Michael Baca on the backhand. Fields fires to first. That's in time to retire Dan Lyons, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Brian Dupre here in the fifth. We're still scoreless as we head to the bottom half of the inning. You're listening to Long Island Ducks Baseball on the Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fans, this is Yuri De La Rosa, left-hander pitcher, and you are listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks.
Bottom of the fifth, we're still scoreless here at New Britain Stadium in New Britain, Connecticut. Joe Vasile here with you. Beautiful 58 degrees at first pitch today, but it might be time to warm up with a hot cup of Hampton Coffee Company gourmet coffee. Available at concession stands at Bethpage Ballpark. Regular and decaf, Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com, or you can visit their cafes in the Hamptons. Very apropos place for the Hampton Coffee Company. Leading things off, it'll be Michael Baca for the New Britain Bees. He'll be followed up by James Skelton and Michael Krause. 9-1-2 in the New Britain lineup. First pitch on the way. Baca drives it deep to left field. This has got a chance, and that ball is out of here. Michael Baca with his solo home run over the left field wall, and the New Britain Bees take a 1-0 lead. Michael Baca's first home run of the season, and it gives New Britain a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the fifth. I'll bring up James Skelton. Third home run of the series, I should say, for New Britain. Connor Bierfeldt had 2 in the opening game on Thursday. First pitch on the way to James Skelton is in for a called strike. The count 0-1. Michael Baca just tucked it right over the left field's wall, and that's really where you got to hit him here. Right down the lines as the 0-1 misses low. The count 1-1. Because those gaps are so deep, basically you have to go to the left of the video board out in left field and to the right of the Bristol Bristol Hospital sign in right field. Otherwise, it's just nearly impossible. 1-1 pitch misses outside. Now 2-1 between the 20-foot high wall and 385-foot gaps. This ballpark plays humongous, like Yellowstone. Now the 2-1 pitch here to Skelton. This is upstairs. The count 3-1. Its nickname is the Beehive, which conjures something a little bit smaller and more tight, but not the case here. O'Grady set the 3-1 pitch. Swing a foul ball back to the screen behind home plate. 3-2. So full count to James Skelton, as O'Grady has walked 2 in the game, including Skelton once. He's reached base both times he's been up, a single and a walk. Gotten as far as third base. Rests the bat on his back shoulder as he awaits the pitch from O'Grady. Misses low and outside for ball 4. So a walk here for O'Grady after the home run to Michael Baca. And Kevin Baez up on the top step of the dugout for the Ducks. So we'll see how much longer of a leash O'Grady has. Looks like there is a ball being thrown back and forth with some haste out in the Ducks bullpen. Actually double barrel action. You can see the 2 catchers and the ball going back and forth, but can't see who the pitchers are warming up. Michael Kraus digs in. First pitch from O'Grady, ripped down the left field line. That's going to be extra bases, and Klang off the base of the wall. Rounding second, heading for third is Skelton. The throw comes into third as Skelton slides in safely. Michael Kraus in at second with a double, and a hard hit one at that. Runners at second and third, no outs. Your 1-0 Bees leading in the bottom of the 5th. And getting to this point in the game where O'Grady might not be long. I'll bring up Jovan Rosa, the designated hitter. Rosa, as the Ducks bring the infield in, is 0 for 1 with a walk today. Also flew out to center field. Ducks going to try and cut the run home and home plates. 1-0 bottom of the 5th. Remember, this game only 7 innings long, so it is a little bit later than you might think with a 9-inning game in the 5th. The first pitch is chopped foul into the Ducks dugout on the third base side. Count 0-1. A lot of first pitch swinging here in this inning for New Britain. The home run from Baca was on the first pitch. The double from Kraus came on a first pitch as well. Grady drops his hands to the belt. The 0-1. Swing a line drive hit out to left field, so it'll hang up for Sonko to come in, and he's not going to be able to make the catch, and now he throws the ball away towards third base. Coming in his score is Skelton. Down to third goes Kraus, and Rosa is in at second. Oh, man, what awful luck for the Ducks. Sonko did a great job to deke out everyone that he was going to be able to make that catch. He played the ball on a short hop, and then they had dead to rights at third Michael Kraus, because Kraus was going for third. He got a read on it, but James Skelton at third base didn't, and he was just standing on the base, and there were 2 Bs there at third base, but there were no Ducks players, so the throw came into third. No one was there to catch it, and Skelton was able to come in and score. They're going to give a hit and then an error to Sonko to allow the run to come in. No RBI for Jovan Rosa on the play, and that's going to be the end of the line for Dennis O'Grady. We'll take a step aside. It's New Britain 2 and Long Island 0. You're listening to the Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Dennis O'Grady, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy-efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickalock Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, we go here in the bottom of the fifth to a new pitcher for the Long Island Ducks as Dennis O'Grady's night is complete. 4+ innings, 6 hits, 2 runs for the time being, but he still is responsible for 2 runners on base, including Jovan Rosa at second and Michael Kraus at third base. He walked 3 and struck out 6. And now Patrick Kreider will come into the game to face Craig Maddox at that lefty-lefty matchup, but with nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth inning, Kreider is going to be asked for more than just to get 1 out in this situation, I'd imagine. You got Maddox, then a righty Bierfeld, a lefty Jamar Walton after that. As the Ducks will continue to keep the infield in here against Maddox. So O'Grady is done for the night. First pitch on the way from Patrick Kreider. Fastball on the outside corner, located well for a called strike. Count 0-1. Bierfeld, the on-deck batter, and Kreider with some history. Bierfeld hit a walk-off home run against Kreider back on Thursday night. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing a tapper, foul by Maddox. Count now 0-2. It's the Bees 2 and the Ducks 0. Both runs for the Bees coming home here in this bottom of the fifth inning. Solo home run by Michael Baca got us started. Then a walk to James Skelton, the double for Michael Kraus, and a single and an error. Jovan Rosa at the plate. Credit Rosa with an RBI for the time being and charge the run as earned. His pitch to Maddox is tap foul up the first base line, keep it at 0-2. I don't know if that'll stand, though, upon further review because Skelton wasn't breaking from third. He held up, and he wasn't going to advance unless the ball got thrown away. But, again, he was at third base, and there was a single hit. How does he not score? It's just a wacky, wacky play. 0-2 pitch. Misses outside. The count now 1-2 to Kreider. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all just window dressing. And in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't change the fact that the score is 2-0 Bees. Kreider set the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a good breaking ball. Patrick Kreider gets Maddox swinging. That's the 7th strikeout of the game for Ducks pitching. That's the first out here in the 5th. Overall for Patrick Kreider, he's making his 11th appearance on the season. So 0-2 with a 3.52 earned run average, and including that strikeouts, he has now 8 innings pitched, and the Ducks choose to intentionally walk Connor Bierfeld here, and much like in Major League Baseball, there is, you just give the signal, and the intentional walk is granted, so no need to throw 4 wide to Connor Bierfeld. He'll just head on down to first base to load up the bags for Jamar Walton. That'll allow the Ducks to play the infield back at double play depth. Hoping to turn a twin killing and end the inning with just the 2 runs the damage. First pitch on the way. Swinging a ground ball, hit out towards shortstop. Played out hop by Lyons to second for 1. The relay to first in time, double play. 6-4-3 double play, and the strategy works out to perfection. A broken bat double play grounder off the bat of Jamar Walton puts an end to the frame. But 2 runs come home to score for New Britain. They got those runs on 3 hits. There was an error, and they leave the bags full. We're through 5 here at New Britain Stadium. The score is 2-0 in favor of the Bees. You're listening to the Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Tim Melville, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
We go to the top of the 6th inning. The score 2-0 in favor of the New Britain Bees. And the Bees have a new pitcher in the game. It is right-handed reliever, and his name is Brandon League. League, the former Major League All-Star in 2011, will be making for the New Britain Bees his 7th appearance of the season. He has no record and an ERA of 5.68. We go up against the top third of the Ducks lineup. Phelan Lentini, Delta Cleary Jr., and Angelo Sonko. And the first pitch on the way is in for a called strike. Count 0-1. So League ahead in the count, 0-1 to Lentini, who's 0 for 2 here in Game 2 of the doubleheader, 0 for 6 overall in the twin bill. As the 0-1 misses inside, it's now 1-1. Lentini, even going back a little further than that, is 0 for the series. 0 for 3 on Thursday, 0 for 4 on Friday, 0 for 4 in the opener, and 0 for 2 so far. Needing to get off the schneid here as he fouls one off at home plate. It comes up and hits him in the batter's box. Count now 1-2. It's been a rough go of it for Lentini in the early going of the season. His batting average below the Mendoza line thus far. League making his 699th career appearance at the minors and majors. The pitch fouled off. Do it again at a ball and 2 strikes to Lentini. Trying to make himself a comeback here late in his career. The New Britain Bees, as is Eric Gagne of the Ducks, Joe Beimel of the Bees, a lot of former major leaguers, and not only former major leaguers, but former darn good major leaguers on both of these rosters. 1-2 pitch, fouled off by Lentini. We'll do it again at 1-2. I mean, you just look at some of the pitchers that we've seen today. Rafael Perez was a former excellent setup man. The Cleveland Indians, in his career, he was the starting pitcher for the Ducks in Game 1. You had David Aardsma, who was one of the best closers in baseball for a couple of years stretch. Closed out the game in Game 1 for the Ducks. Now you've got Brandon League, a Major League All-Star. Gagne won a Cy Young. 1-2 misses outside. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes. You got Shinwei Sao on the Ducks roster. First ever Taiwanese pitcher, and at one point a top prospect before injuries kind of started to bite him. 2-2 from Lentini. So in a line drive hit out towards left field, and that's going to get down in front of Connor Bierfeld for a base hit. And that has got to feel so good for Phelan Lentini to finally break his 0-for in this series. Which again stretched a span of 13 at-bats in this series. And going back even further than that, he's 0 for his last 16 since he doubled in his first at-bat back on Wednesday. Drove in a run with that double. Now on base, perhaps looking to try and swipe a bag. He had 3 steals on Thursday. He's off and running. Pitch is low. Throw down his second to the left side of the bag, and it skips into center field. And Lentini steals the base. His 16th steal in 16 attempts. Pitch was a strike to Cleary. And it's just pretty impressive. That time it didn't look like Lentini got the greatest jump in the world, and a better throw from James Skelton might have had him, but it was to the left field side of the second base bag, and the shortstop Carrillo coming over had to reach back across his body and couldn't corral the throw. A 1 pitch to Cleary, hit off the end of the bat in the left field. That'll fall for a base hit. Turning third and being held up there is Lentini. Back-to-back hits for the Ducks to get things going off of Brandon League here in the 6th inning. And the tying run is aboard at first base, and the go-ahead run coming up in the form of Angelo Sanko. Sanko 1 for 2, grounded into a double play back in the first, and had a single his last time up. That was back in the 4th inning. Both of those coming against Brian Dupre, the starter for the Bees today. Went 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, but no runs because he didn't walk anybody, and he only had 1 strikeout. A lot of contact and a lot of outs. The pitch, Cleary runs, throw down his second, and he is safe at the base. Boy, the throw beat him, and Steve Carrillo thinks he got the tag down in time. And boy, was that close at second base. But the umpire in charge of the call, Ian Kelly, said safe. Stolen base for Delta Cleary Jr. That is his 11th of the season, 13 attempts, and pitch was a strike to Sanko. So the count is 0-1 and 2 in scoring position. Tying run at second base. Here's the pitch from Lee. Slider misses low and inside. The count 1-1. Nice job by Skelton to go down and block it. Sanko's got 5 home runs, good for 2nd in the Atlantic League, tied with a host of other players. Behind Connor Bierfeldt, who's got 6. Bierfeldt, the left fielder for the Bees. League taking a long look in at James Skelton for his signs. Now we'll call time and go through them one more time. Lentini off third, Cleary off second. A lot of speed on the bases. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul ball back to the backstop. Sanko was right on it that time. Count now 1-2. 2-0 Bees, top of the 6th inning. Game 2 of a doubleheader. Ducks won game 1 by a score of 3-1. Now League looking into Skelton. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Oh, and misses outside. The count even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes as one of the Bees fans here was shouting 3 loud, trying to get our home plate umpire in this contest, John LeBone, to ring up Angelo Sanko, but to no avail. League comes set. Here's the 2-2. Misses high and outside for ball 3. So now Brandon League in danger of walking Angelo Sanko and loading the bases, putting the go-ahead run on first base for Elmer Reyes, the Ducks cleanup hitter. Three-2 pitch. Swinging a foul ball back to the backstop. We'll do it again at 3-2. Good at bat here for Angelo Sanko against former Major League All-Star Brandon League. League wears number 17 for New Britain. Sacramento, California, pitched with the Dodgers last season. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. League took a little something off it and got Sanko out front. That's the first out here in the 6th inning. That'll bring up Elmer Reyes. Being greeted with a Beyonce song as his walk-up music. I don't know if Elmer Reyes is a big Beyonce fan. I'll have to ask him later. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And strike 1 to Reyes. Runners still on 2nd and 3rd, representing the tying run, Delta Cleary Jr. at second base. Reyes will step out of the batter's box, readjust his gloves. Now get back in. It's John LeBone asking him politely to get back into the box. Supposed to have one foot in the box at all times. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball, hit foul up the third base line. Count now 0-2 to Reyes. Homer Reyes 0 for 2 in this game. Flown out to center field a couple of times. 1 for 3 in the opening game of the doubleheader. Also had a run scored. And drew a walk. Productive day, hitting in the cleanup spot for the first time. That was in this game right now. He hit third in game number 1. The 0-2 pitch. This is low and inside. The count now 1-2. Reyes and Sonko flipped in the batting order. Along with Alex Berg coming out. Cody Puckett slid up. As did Giovanni Alfonso, and Dominic Blanco slid in at the 8th spot. Pitch, Reyes hits it right back to the mound. League Fields looks Lentini back now. He dashes for the plate. Throw to first was in time, but Lentini comes in and scores. It's an RBI ground out back to the pitcher for Elmer Reyes, and that is the aggressive nature of baseball that Phelan Lentini loves to play, pushing the envelope and scoring from third base on a comeback to the pitcher. That is impressive, as that is going to be all here for Brandon League. Stan Clyburn out to the mound. He has made the motion out to the bullpen. He says, "Give me the lefty." And Joe Beimel comes in for the Bees. We'll take a step aside and be back with more. You're listening to the Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Dennis O'Grady, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy-efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Go to the top of the 6th inning. New pitcher in the game for the New Britain Bees is the lefty, former major leaguer Joe Beimel. Comes into the contest. He is the closer for the Bees, and he comes in to get Mark Krause out. The score is 2-1 in favor of Long Island as we play here with 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning, and Beimel coming in for perhaps a 4-out save here. So Beimel coming set to deliver the first pitch to Mark Krause. Breaking ball misses low and inside. The count 1-0. Beimel, the third pitcher in the game for the New Britain Bees. Both of these two former major leaguers. Beimel comes set. Lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Count now even up, but a ball in his strike to Mark Krause. Krause 1 for 2 in game 2 of the doubleheader. Mark Krause and Joe Beimel never faced each other in the major leagues. First time they've met. Beimel comes set, the 1-1 pitch. That one misses low and outside. The count now 2 balls in his strike. Delta Cleary Jr. at second base with good speed, representing the tying run here in the top of the 6th inning of a 7-inning game. Beimel takes his black glove, drops it down to the belt. Look back at second, now the 2-1 pitch. Misses upstairs, the count now 3-1. And Beimel in his heyday was one of the best lefty-lefty relievers out there in baseball. Out of Allegheny College of Maryland, Cumberland, Maryland, and then transferred to Duquesne after his junior college stint. He's drafted, as we were talking about that earlier on. Guys out of smaller colleges, Duquesne isn't necessarily come to mind when you think of baseball powerhouses. 3-1 pitch misses outside to Krause. That'll be ball 4. And he'll head on down to first base with a walk. Line on Brandon League. Pitched 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits, 1 run for now. He's still responsible for Delta Cleary Jr. at second base. Didn't walk anybody, and he did record 1 strikeout. I'll bring up Cody Puckett. Losing that platoon advantage of the lefty-lefty matchup. Look at a right-handed batter. First pitch on the way. Misses inside. Count 1 ball and no strikes. Well, yeah, Joe Beimel, throughout his major league career, against right-handed batters, righties hit .279 against him. Lefties just .249. 1-0 pitch. Swinging a ground ball, and it is just foul. Boy, Puckett made a bid to deposit one right over that third base bag, but just pulled off it. Count runs to 1-1. Yeah, Beimel was really something special, lefty-lefty there for many years, and again now trying to make himself a comeback. Over 40 years old. Comes set. Now the 1-1 will have to wait as Beimel spins around towards second base. Beimel not the oldest player in this game, though. That belongs to Eric Gagne. 41 for the Ducks. Faylant Latini's 39. Beimel is 40. And right there, those are your 3 oldest players in the Atlantic League. Now the 1-1 is swung on and missed. Count now 1-2 to Cody Puckett. But if they've proven anything, it's that they still got plenty in the tank. Beimel this season, 1-2, 7.5 ERA, but 2 saves. That doesn't really accurately reflect how he's pitched. It's still very early on in the season, and he's only had a couple bad outings out of his 8, now 9. Another pitch. Swinging a pop-up on the right field side, on the right side of the diamond, I should say. In foul territory, the first baseman, Maddox, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. But the Ducks strike for a run on 2 hits. There are no errors. They leave 2 men on base. Go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 2-1 Bs. You're listening to Long Island Ducks Baseball on the Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fans, this is infielder Mark Krause, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it! The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Well, we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. New pitcher in the game for the Long Island Ducks. It's the right-hander, former major leaguer from Taiwan, Shin-Wei Sao, coming in and making his fifth appearance, pardon my French, of the season. Sao comes in relieving Patrick Kreider, who came in midway through the fifth inning, ended up getting 3 outs. He didn't give up a hit or a run. And he did walk one, albeit intentionally, and he did record a strikeout. It'll be Steve Carrillo, Yusuke Kojimoto, and Michael Baca to up against Sao here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Again, with New Britain leading the Long Island Ducks by a score of 2-1. Sao out of the full lineup. First pitch on the way, misses outside. The count is 1 ball and no strikes. Sao, much like Joe Beimel, the last pitcher in for the New Britain Bees, spent, or rather, much like Brandon League, who was in the last inning for the Bees, pitched with the Los Angeles Dodgers last year as Carrillo lines one into center field for a base hit. Steve Carrillo has his second hit of the doubleheader, 1 in Game 1, now 1 in Game 2. That'll bring up Yusuke Kajimoto. 2-1 Bees lead it here in the bottom of the sixth inning as Kajimoto digs in. Left-handed batter up against the righty tossing Sao. Third baseman Giovanni Alfonso in on the infield grass, expecting a bunt. Kajimoto holds the bat high above his head as the first pitch comes in. Misses outside for ball. It's 1-0. Yusuke Kajimoto from Osaka, Japan. Spent last year with the Lancaster Barnstormers here in the Atlantic League. Now a New Britain B. Here's the pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. Count even up at a ball and a strike to Kajimoto. Well, looking ahead to the top of the seventh inning for Long Island, it'll be Giovanni Alfonso, Dominic Blanco, and Dan Lyons. 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup, due up presumably against Joe Beimel. Pitch, swung on and missed. Count now 1-2. Kajimoto pulled off a little bit in front of that one. Ducks have turned one double play defensively in each game of the doubleheader. Sao's got himself a nasty splitter that he could use to possibly roll one here. Comes set, working out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Just did miss low. Count now even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sao, in his 4 appearances so far, has an 0-1 record, but a 2.25 earned run average. 3 strikeouts, 3 walks in 4 innings pitched. Now the 2-2. Swinging a Baltimore chop towards second base, charging hard. Reyes gloves, fires to first. Close play, but they got him. Great play by Elmer Reyes on the Baltimore chop to fire on in time to get Yusuke Kajimoto. Steve Carrillo moves down to second base on the play. That'll bring up Michael Baca. At the big blow in the 5th inning, a solo home run over the left field wall that broke what was at the time a scoreless tie between these two teams. Came off of Dennis O'Grady, whose line is now complete. 4+ innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned. 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, and he's on the hook, for his first loss of the season, if the Ducks can at least tie it up. So here's Michael Baca, That home run was his first of the season, and it was just his third hit. First pitch on the way, on the outside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. Baca was 2 for 19 on the season coming into this game with 1 RBI. Now he's 1 for 2 with the home run. Here's the 0-1 from Sal. Swing and a miss. Count 0-2. Michael Baca, slightly open stance on the right side with the pink bat on Mother's Day. Always nice when you can hit a home run with one of those. As the 0-2 pitch is fouled off. Do it again at 0-2. Each team with 7 hits. Each team has committed an error. The difference on the scoreboard is that home run. Beautiful day for baseball here in New Britain, Connecticut. So comes set. A look back at second. Now the pitch. Misses outside. The count 1-2. And luckily, it looks like the forecast moving forward is spring-like as opposed to this nonsense that we've been dealing with. Temperatures in the 50s. It's supposed to warm up after this and stay warm, hopefully forevermore, until the leaves start to change colors in the fall. As now timeout is called. But for now, all the leaves on the trees behind the outfield wall here, just nice and green. 1-2 misses low. It's now 2-2. Game got underway at 4:34 p.m. here Eastern Standard Time. We'll take a look around some of the other scores from the Atlantic League. The next inning when we get a moment. As 3-2 misses upstairs, it's now, or rather 2-2 misses upstairs, it's now 3-2. Also invite you to follow all season long as the Ducks try and meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. The Ducks hit 100 home runs this year. Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring is our family tradition. Pitch hit on the ground to shortstop. Lyons picks and fires to first in time to get Baca. That's out number 2 here in the inning. Carrillo had to stay put on the ball hit in front of him. So that'll bring up James Skelton. As looking at some of the other scores from around the Atlantic League today, this is one of 2 doubleheaders going on. First doubleheader has all wrapped up. Southern Maryland Blue Crabs beat the Somerset Patriots 7-3 in Game 1. And then Somerset came back and won 13-5 in Game 2. First pitch on the way to James Skelton is in for a called strike. The count 0-1. Pretty impressive. 13 runs in 7 innings. Very, very high-scoring game. 0-1 pitch in for a called strike. It's now 0-2. Elsewhere around the circuit, Bridgeport fell to York today by a final of 3-1 at People's Bank Park. Sugarland Skeeters defeated the Lancaster Barnstormers 10-4 at Constellation Field in Sugarland. This is the final game that's still going on. As the 0-2 misses outside, it's now 1-2. Of course, the joys of the doubleheader. Get a lot of different guys in, and it's just they're long days, but they are fun. What else would you rather be doing on a Sunday, right? Enjoying it at the ballpark. Thank all of you for tuning in with us today. Since not able to make the trek up to New Britain, we hope to see you on the next homestand. 1-2 pitch hit in the air high and pretty deep out toward left field, but circling around on it, Angelo Sanko. He makes the catch, and that will retire the side here in the 6th. Nothing much doing for the Bees. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left on base. We'll go to the 7th. It's 2-1 New Britain. You're listening to Long Island Ducks Baseball.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Keith Couch, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
We go to the top of the 7th inning. Last chance here for the Ducks, and they'll go up against Joe Beimel, who remains in after recording the final out in the 6th. We can give you the final totals for Brandon League. 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 1 run, which was earned, no walks and a strikeout. Now Beimel will go up against Giovanni Alfonso, Dominic Blanco, and Dan Lyons, 7, 8, and 9 in the Ducks lineup here in the top of the 7th. Again, this game only scheduled for 7 innings. So this is it. If the Ducks don't score, we are done. And fans, don't forget to stop by the Waddle Inn shop on your next visit to the Duck Pond, where exclusive hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia now on sale. Proceeds benefit the Quacker Jack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. Especially make sure to stop in there next Wednesday when it will be a Waddle Inn Wednesday at the park. As the first pitch to Giovanni Alfonso is in for a called strike, count 0-1. Every Wednesday home game this year for the Ducks, in case you haven't heard, is a Waddle In Wednesday. I'll tell you what that is in just a second. Pitch to Alfonso, swung on and fouled off on the first base side, count 0-2. But what that means is that we take one item, and by we I mean Will Sorrentino, our merchandise manager, takes one item in the store and discounts it at 20% off. I mean, you're basically throwing away money if you don't take advantage of this deal. Last week it was baseball cards, old Ducks baseball cards, as Alfonso fouls the pitch off. Do it again at 0-2. But it'll be one item. I don't know what it is yet. We will announce it, though, ahead of time. Stay tuned to our social media on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Follow us, like us, whatever it is. Poke us. I think you can still do that on Facebook. CO2 to Alfonso, misses outside for a ball, count 1-2. But come on out, 6:35 p.m. start. Gates open at 5:35. If you're a season ticket holder, a full season ticket holder, you can get in at 5:20. Go over to the Waddle Inn shop, get your discounted Ducks merch, and watch the Ducks take on the York Revolution as Alfonso swings and misses for strike 3. That's the first out here in the 7th inning. Second time Alfonso's gone down on strikes here in the game. And the third strikeout overall for B's pitching. First for Beimel. So, now that I've whetted your appetite for Ducks baseball on Wednesday against the York Revolution, 6:35 p.m. at Bethpage Ballpark, you might be saying, Joe, how do I get in? Well, go to liducks.com and buy tickets. You can give us a call, 631-940-TIXX, and talk to Drew or Brandon or Benny or Brad, and they'll set you up and take good care of you. First pitch to Dominic Blanco's is strike, count 0-1. You can use the Ducks mobile app, which if you haven't downloaded, Google Play for your Android device, the App Store for your Apple device. You can also get push notifications and all kinds of fun there. Or you can just do it the old-fashioned way and walk up to the box office during regular business hours. Pitch to Beimel. Alex Bergen is a pinch hitter, swings and fouls it back. Got 0-2. So that's how you do it. Come on out there. Then we've got all kinds of Thursday action, Friday, Saturday, fireworks. I believe Wednesday is also Heart Health Night. There's 1,500 fans get a commemorative T-shirt and fireworks extravaganza after the game presented by Northwell Health. As the 0-2 to Berg misses low, and the count now a ball and 2 strikes. So a Wednesday fireworks spectacular. I gotta say, the first couple fireworks spectaculars at Bethpage Ballpark have been very good. Really enjoyable. So the 1-2 to Berg misses low, count 2-2. This coming from someone who's seen a lot of post-game fireworks displays at baseball games over the years, and I don't really know, outside of some on July 4th, if I've ever seen shows like the ones the Ducks put on. They really are can't-miss events. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Pinch hitter Alex Berg goes down on strikes for out number 2 here in the inning. And Beimel starting off with a clean slate this time around. Strikes out Alex Berg, the pinch hitter, for the second out. And that'll bring up Dan Lyons as the last hope for the Ducks. He had his streak of 6 straight plate appearances, having reached base safely snapped his last time up when he grounded out to third base to end the 5th inning. Now trying not to end the game here at the plate and keep this one alive. 2-1 Bs. As the first pitch misses upstairs for a ball, the count 1-0. Lions 1 out of 2 here in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Went 1 for 1 in Game 1. Was also hit by a pitch with the bases loaded for an RBI. And drew a walk. Here's the 1-0. Fastball in for a called strike, and the count now 1-1. Lions keeps it alive. Phelan Lentini is on deck. Beimel set, closed off. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a ground ball up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Just below the glove of Joe Beimel and off the pitcher's mound, and caroming into center for a 2-out base knock for Dan Lyons. And that'll extend the game and bring up Phelan Lentini, with Lyons representing the game-tying run at first base. However, with that being said, the Ducks do not have any more players on their bench, with Alex Berg having been spent as the pinch hitter for Dominic Blanco. The Ducks bench is empty. You're going to have to pinch run or pinch hit with a pitcher if you're going to do any of that from here on out for the Ducks. Being a little shorthanded with Nolan Reimold being day-to-day. Beimel picks up first base, and he's got a good move, and Lyons back in standing. That pickoff move was one of the best in Major League Baseball while he was around. Many compared it to Andy Pettit's move. As Beimel comes set, look over at first. Now he comes to the plate, the pitch. This is low. Count 1-0 strikes to Phelan Lentini. Lentini 1 for 3 with a single, stolen base, and a run scored his last time up back in the 6th. That's the lone run for the Ducks. A run, 8 hits, and 1 error for Long Island. 2-7-1 for New Britain. Pitch, swinging a ground ball, hit out towards shortstop. Picked up by Carrillo. He goes the short way to second, and that will do it for this game. The ball game is over as Phelan Lentini hits into the 6-4 fielder's choice, and New Britain emerges victorious by a final score of 2-1 in Game 2 of the Twin Bill. We'll take a step aside and come back with the post-game show right after this. You're listening to Long Island Ducks Baseball on the Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fans, this is a pitcher Amali Diaz, and you're listening to the Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up. It's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season. And with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
And we'll welcome you back to New Britain Stadium here in New Britain, Connecticut. Joe Vasile with you on the Long Island Ducks post-game show, where the Ducks have fallen in Game 2 of a doubleheader by a final score of 2-1 to the New Britain Bees. Brian Dupra got the win. He improves to 3-0 on the season. Dennis O'Grady with the loss. He falls to 1-1. Joe Beimel got the save, his third of the season in the victory for the New Britain Bees. As, the Ducks get out of town with a split of the doubleheader. That's, I guess, the good news. But the bad news is they lose 3 out of 4 to the New Britain Bees. And with the loss, it drops them back down to 10-14 on the season. And after you had a chance there, if you were the Long Island Ducks, to possibly come away with a doubleheader sweep, and at least in this game and in this series, split it 2-2. After you lost the first game of the series, you come back and you lose here today on a one-run game, a tightly contested contest. It's got to sting a little bit, no pun intended, to lose to the Bees here in Game 2 and just come away with a split in this doubleheader. Well, things were scoreless through the first through the first 4 innings of this game, till the bottom of the 5th inning, when Dennis O'Grady allowed a leadoff home run on the first pitch of the 5th to Michael Baca, and that put New Britain up 1-0. Then O'Grady walked James Skelton and allowed a double to Michael Krause, which set up runners on second and third for Jovan Rosa. Rosa then hit a single into left field that Angelo Sanco faked everybody in the ballpark out on, that he was going to catch it. Instead, he ended up having to play it on a short hop. And James Skelton just kind of froze at third, and Michael Krause was heading to third. Sanco tried to throw to third, but Giovanni Alfonso wasn't there. He was rightly going to try and back up at home, and so the throw just went wild, hit off the railing of the Ducks dugout, and ended up going down for an error for Sanco, though the run was earned against O'Grady, because they said that Skelton would have come home on the play anyway. Sure, he would have. Either way, that made it 2-1 New Britain, or it would stay. Patrick Ryder came in, put out the fire in the inning, including rolling a 6-4-3 double play from Jamar Walton after an intentional walk to Connor Bierfeld. Shinwei Sao came in the 6th inning for the Ducks. He pitched an inning, allowed a hit, but nothing other than that. Joe Beimel came in after Brandon League struggled a little bit in the top of the 6th inning. League allowed a single to Phelan Lentini, who then stole second, and then a base hit to Delta Cleary Jr. to set up first and third with nobody out. On the first pitch, Cleary stole second base to set up second and third, but then Angelo Sanco struck out, and Elmer Reyes hit a comebacker back to League that Phelan Lentini made a daring play and came in and scored on. I don't think I've ever seen a player score on a comebacker to the mound, but that's exactly what Lentini did. It's that aggressive style of baseball that he likes to play, and it paid off in a big way there. Then Joe Beimel was called upon. He ended issuing up a walk to Mark Krause, the batter that he was called upon to try and get out. He then got Cody Puckett to pop out foul to first base to end the inning. Beimel then struck out the first 2 batters he faced in the top of the 7th, allowed a single to Dan Lyons up the middle, and then Phelan Lentini hit into a game-ending fielder's choice as Beimel recorded the save. Final lines in this game for Long Island: a run on 8 hits and 1 error. They leave 6 on base. For New Britain, 2 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. They leave 9 on base. Brian Dupre gets the win. He improves to 3-0 on the year. Dennis O'Grady takes the loss. He falls to 1-1. Joe Beimel got to save his third time of the game, 2 hours and 3 minutes. Announced attendance tonight, 2,459. Again, for the Ducks, 1-8-1. For New Britain, 2-7-1. Dupre with the win, he's 3-0. Grady with the loss, he's 1-1. Beimel with the save, his third. 2:03 to play it. 2-4-5-9 paid to see it. And so from New Britain, my name is Joe Vasile saying so long. It's been a pleasure this weekend. The Ducks will be off tomorrow and then are back in action Tuesday, May 16th, when they take on the York Revolution to start a 3-game series at Bethpage Ballpark. We hope to see you out for that game and for every game on the upcoming 6-game homestand. But if not, you can find us right here on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. I'd like to say a big thank you to Kevin Baez, the manager, for joining us on the pregame show, for Chris Knobloch, the broadcaster for the New Britain Bees, for being such a hospitable host over the last 3 games, the last 3 days, I should say. My name is Joe Vasile. So long from New Britain. The Bees and the Ducks split a doubleheader on Sunday, and we'll talk to you again on Tuesday night.